Hey everybody, James with Love My Pups, My Breeder Supply. So first off, Merry Christmas and a great New Year for everybody. I know this last year has been challenging for a lot of us, but we've got Christmas time, we've got a lot of food around, and I thought I'd just do a quick one on what you should be careful about with dogs eating treats at this time of the year, because there tends to be a lot of food around, and a lot of it, you know, we have a lot of excess food, and so it can end up in trash and it can end up with dogs eating it. So I want to talk about what things are safe and what things aren't safe. Right, so first off, you do have to be pretty careful. You know, you think of dogs as having, cast iron stomachs. They really don't. And there are some things that are quite okay for us to eat that are not okay for dogs to eat. So I'm just going to run through a list of the definite no-nos, and then a short list of things that definitely are okay. So first off, things that are legumes, onions, shallots, garlic, leeks. These are all things that are quite toxic to dogs. Those are the vegetables that you want to avoid. And so things like stuffing, now those are things that definitely you don't want to give to a dog. So the next one would be chocolate. Theobromine in chocolate is very poisonous for dogs, so you've got to be very careful about that. And again, tends to have lots of chockies and things like that around. Some of them get dropped on the floor. This is, temptation for dogs. They're going to eat it. They can really get in trouble, especially small dogs. Especially if it's the dark chocolate, they can really get in trouble with it. Cigarette butts. Nicotine's pretty dangerous for dogs. That's another thing. There's a high concentration of nicotine in filters. Dogs will eat that stuff up. So ashtrays that are left around, those can cause problems. Alcohol. Dogs do not handle ethanol the way we do as humans. So that's another one that can really cause some problems. So watch out for drinks that are left around, or drinks that have been spilled and dogs want to lap up. Don't let them do it. Nuts. Macadamia nuts and walnuts. Two big no-nos for dogs. Those can cause really serious problems. Other nuts are okay, other than choking hazards, but macadamia walnuts off the list. I'm just coming up with a long list of no's here. So, all right. So, of course, the other thing to watch out for is small toys, choking hazards. We like our dogs to have things like chew bones, but small toys and things like that can get ingested and cause real problems, can cause impaction, and really can cause a problem where dogs that have surgery, it doesn't make it. So be really careful about that. And then on that front, there was one other thing I was thinking of in my brain when I was talking about that, and now it's completely escaped me. Oh yeah, bones. So bones, okay if they're raw bones, but the problem gets to be cooked bones. Cooked chicken bones will splinter, and they absolutely can get stuck in the throat and the stomach and the lower intestine. So any kind of a cooked bone is absolutely off the list. And I mean, it's really tempting that you really want to give some treats to your doggies because you want them to enjoy the festive time like the rest of us. So here are the things that you can give them. Turkey meat, unadulterated white turkey meat without any skin, great stuff. You don't want to give them any of the stuffing. You don't want to have the skin with all the extra seasoning on it, but plain good old unadulterated cooked white turkey meat or chicken meat, fine. Beef, fine. Vegetables, potatoes, fine. Green beans, fine. Broccoli, fine. Cabbage, fine. Most of the green vegetables are fine. Carrots are fine. Peas are fine. All of those are great sources of nutrition to give treats for dogs. But remember, the thing to do here is do treat it like a treat. You don't want to change their diet because that will cause upset stomachs, and it'll also may cause them not wanting to eat their regular food. So treat this as a special occasion thing, and don't give them a whole bunch of it at one time. Two more things to add to that list of no-nos. Fruits. So grapes, raisins, dates, those are all off limits for doggies. Strawberries, bananas, apples, they're absolutely fine, but definitely not the grape type products. And then the next thing is, what do you do if you found that your dog is not well? So what would the signs be, and what should you do? Well, signs might be vomiting, in which case let the dog vomit. Lethargy, where the dog is got a wobbly gait or gets very sleepy. In those situations, in those situations, you're going to have to call up a vet, poison control center to find out what to do. One of the things that you can do is activated charcoal. So I do have some videos on poisoning and how to counteract poisoning, but activated charcoal is the primary thing. And by the way, you can buy that in most places like Walmarts and Walgreens. You can buy activated charcoal. But that's the treatment for most of these poisons, is activated charcoal. Of course, the much better thing is not letting them get into these things in the first place. Keep your doggies safe anyway. But As always, thanks. Bye.
Well, thank you everybody for the wonderful year of 2021. We appreciate your support. Have a Merry Christmas from My Breeder Supply and love my pups.
Merry Christmas! And have a Happy New Year.
Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate people who subscribe to me. It helps me, encourage me to do more of these videos. But do remember, disclaimer here, I am not a vet. I'm not a licensed medical professional. I'm purely a person who's been breeding dogs for the last couple of decades. Any information that you got from this video, use at your own risk. There's nothing implied here, and certainly this should not be used as a substitute for advice from your veterinarian or your medical professional. I hope you enjoyed the video. Come back for more of them. Bye.